Hey guys, good morning. It's March 17th and less than 2 months away to the event and still have to lock down the venue. Hold on, let me plug in my phone. Alright, so this morning I woke up I woke up and I just really wasn't feeling well. I felt like really nauseous and sick and I just wanted to throw up and pass out and I couldn't do either one. And I'm like, what the hell? I didn't even eat breakfast yet. Like, what the hell was wrong with me? And it was just my stomach was completely in knots and all distraught and stuff. This I don't need anymore. Because last night, I don't know. There's just been some bullshit on social media lately. And it does get to me. I'm a person, you know what I mean? As much as part of me really sincerely doesn't give a fuck what anybody thinks about me, because I'm going to apparently and obviously continue to do whatever I feel like doing, it does get annoying and hurtful. And like last night it was just, I was in such a good mood the whole day and then all that bullshit started and I just felt like crap. So this morning I guess I woke up with some residual of that. But I tried to do some of my morning pages, but it's hard because it's so noisy here in the morning. So I did like a page and a half, which isn't good. I'm supposed to do 3 pages. But I need moisturizer. But at least I did some. And then I took Noelle to school. And then I came home and I meditated. So this is day 2. Oh, are any of you guys doing the Deepak and Oprah 21-day meditation? I talked about it a little bit yesterday. So I'll put the link down below again. And I would love you guys to do it with me. My face is so dry. But yeah, so then I meditated and I just felt way better. And this is only the 2nd day. I seriously slacked. I haven't meditated in so long. And it's just like all that little bullshit didn't matter anymore. So I don't know, this came at a good time. So, I'm not even gonna go into it, like, whatever. I was upset, and then I was able to regulate my emotions and not give a fuck again, which is awesome. And I'm gonna have some cereal right now. I know I said I was gonna be fasting as well, but I need to find out what my class is today. Class list. I know I said I was going to be fasting as well, but I'm just not ready for all that right now. Like, I'm hungry and I need fuel and energy to get me through, especially if I'm going to start going running. I'm going to go, I told you guys, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and it was raining this morning. Today's Tuesday anyway, but I'm like, let me go today because I didn't go yesterday. But it's raining, so that didn't happen. Why isn't my internet not working? Come on, are you kidding me? I gotta do my makeup. I gotta make moves today. I gotta get ready. So yeah, what did I want to talk to you guys about this morning? Okay, me getting a job. I don't know if I spoke about this before, but we're gonna talk about it right now, and then I'm kind of not gonna talk about it again because it's a topic that I'm just like utterly over it. Well, parts of the topic. The beginning of the topic, I'm just over it. So I had my master's at 22 and I spent a good 4 or 5 years trying to get into the DOE, the Department of Education, to teach for the city. At the time that I graduated, there was a hiring freeze, so I was certified in early childhood, in childhood, and in bilingual education. So I had 3 certifications. I had my BA in education and I had my master's in education, and I still couldn't get in. I did the bilingual education thinking that that would give me like a 1-up and help me get a job easier, and then come to find out they're like, well, you know, everybody's kind of doing that now too, so now we're only really looking for people who have special education certifications. And I mean, I could have gotten an extension to teach special ed, but honestly, that's not something that I think I could have handled. It's just very difficult. Like, it's difficult working with kids in general, but working with kids with special needs is very difficult, and I get really attached to my students, And I, like, just the same thing. I always want to be a veterinarian, but I never pursued it because I knew I wouldn't be able to handle it. Like, I would love to do it and to help animals, but the second I saw an animal hurt, I would lose it. So, you know, it's like, you don't want to be a doctor if you can't stand to see blood or something like that. So I would literally like be there crying with the little hurt animal. Anyway, so I just knew that special ed wasn't for me. So I never really, so I didn't pursue that. But anyway, yeah, so you couldn't get into the DOE unless you knew somebody. Didn't know anybody. I didn't have any connection to get me in. I tried. I interviewed so many times. A couple of times having a master's actually bit me in the butt because they would choose somebody with a BA instead of a master's because they could pay them less, which, I mean, I get it, economy, whatever, but, you know. So I had the option of substitute teaching. The problem with substitute teaching is that when I graduated from my master's, my son, like, I was 22 and he was 1, or like he turned 1 the same month I graduated or whatever. So obviously he's not in school yet. So if I am going to substitute teach, they literally call you in the morning and let you know, like, mad random, if you're going to go in or not. So that means in the morning I would have to mad random set up my son to go to daycare. Mind you, if I substitute teach one day and then not for 2 weeks and then yes for another day and then not for 3 weeks, I'm only getting paid those 2 days that I taught. So I can't afford to pay for full-time daycare for him on the event that they might call me, if they don't call me, you know what I mean? Like, it just, daycare around me at that time, which was like, what, 5 years ago now, was like between $600 to $800 depending on which daycare, because there's a couple around me. So it's pretty expensive. That's for full time. So if I just wanted to pay like for the day, I think, I forgot how much the numbers were, but either the daycare was like $5 more expensive than what I was making for substitute teaching that day, or something like that. It was like, it wasn't even worth it. Like, the only thing I would be getting out of it would be the experience and the chance to get to know principals and stuff, which could have been helpful. But at the time, my son was a baby, and it's just really hard to find a daycare that's going to be like, okay, hey, whenever you feel like dropping him off, just drop him off for the day and whatever. So that's when I went, when I was finding out about that, I went to my daycare and they offered me a job on the spot. So I started working there, and it was perfect because my son attended the daycare for free. So backtrack. That was the problem with substitute teaching, why I couldn't do it. So at the time, my mom was like, just look for another job, like any other job. Same thing. I was finding out that starting pay at like 95% of jobs didn't cover daycare. And it was like all me, you know, nobody else was going to help me pay for daycare. So let's not even like think about that. And I know you guys always love to ask that. It was just me. Like, everything I had to deal with, I had to look at it like if it's me alone. So any job I could have gotten wouldn't have covered daycare. So that was a problem. So then when I found the opportunity at my job, I started working there, and my son was able to attend the same daycare for free. So we were basically in the same building, just like, not even, it was like one big room with like half a wall between us, so I could look over and see him. Like, it was cool. So I worked there for 2 years. And then again, they decided to go with somebody who they could pay less. But when I did work there, I was getting paid $15 an hour, which is a lot compared to 90% of jobs out there, like starting positions or whatever. So what's minimum wage right now? Like $7, $8. So if I was to go right now to get a job like in the mall or something, which is probably the easiest and quickest that I could get, I would be getting like $7, $8. Even if I go to a bank, which is like a better job, because I did work in a bank before when I was in college, so I do have that experience. Some banks, the good ones, start you at like $10 an hour, some at like $8 or $9. I think when I was looking into it, it was $10 an hour though. This was like a year ago. So yeah, I stopped working in, what did I stop working in? I stopped working in the daycare. Like, I used to take the summers off, and then, like, literally, I think right before it was back to school, she texts me and she's like, you don't have to come back this year. I'm like, okay. So when I took the summers off, it wasn't paid. So she would give me unemployment for the summer, and then I would come back in September. So I'm like, am I going to keep my unemployment? She's like, yeah, you could keep it. I'm like, okay, fine. So I was still on unemployment, and that, it was like $3 something a week. So I was making like $1,200 a month off of that. So it was just enough to pay for my car insurance, cell phone, gas, and like whatever else. Like, it was enough to get me by. You know what I mean? At that time, I also did bankruptcy because it was like the perfect opportunity. I lost my job. I can't pay these credit cards. I had like $25,000 in credit card bills. So I took care of that. That was all gone. I had no more credit cards. So it was like, it was kind of a blessing in disguise type of thing. You know what I mean? Like, it worked out. Then, when I was on unemployment, I was literally putting in like 50 resumes, applications per month. I think it got to a point where like 6-7 months later, I didn't know where else to apply to because I pretty much had applied everywhere. I applied to McDonald's. I interviewed at McDonald's. McDonald's told me to go the fuck home and do something with myself because I am too overqualified for them. And she was really nice about it, but she's just like, I can't, like, I understand that you're looking for a job, the times are tough, but you're extremely overqualified for this, and I don't think this is a good opportunity for you. So it was really hard. I tried, I busted my ass off. Mind you, when I was looking for a job, it was the most impractical thing ever because my son was still not in school. He was still not of school age, so I was basically going to get a job, and the entire job was going to pay for daycare, and I was going to have to get rid of my car. This was like, it was some bullshit. So, well, because most of the jobs were starting salary, whatever. So then, during this time also, I'm like, well, whatever. While I'm home, I'm just going to, like, really pour myself into YouTube. And I didn't, like, YouTube, it was just basically for fun. I wasn't making any money for a really long time, but I had my unemployment. So then, my unemployment ended about 1.5 years later or so. And I still wasn't really, like, I was making a little bit off of YouTube, but it was, like, maybe enough to pay for my car, which, you know, that's something. But then I still had everything else, so I started working nights because it's just easy. My son is sleeping, I can go work nights. Mind you, this whole time I'm still looking for a freaking job. So in about October, okay, so fast forward to now. My son just started kindergarten in September. So before September, it was like extremely impossible for me to get a job because where was I going to put my kid? And my job was going to pay for daycare. Unless, like, you guys know a way that I could find a job that pays me like $70,000 a year starting off, or like even $40,000 or whatever. I don't know. I'm just throwing numbers out there. I don't know how realistic that is. But anyway, that doesn't pay minimum wage. That's what I'm trying to say. So my son started kindergarten in September, and then my mom was like, okay, now you know you could go, even if you get like a part-time, you could try to get hours of when he's in school, go work in the mall, because I always wanted to work in the mall. Like, it's fun for me. So again, I started applying again, and some places I couldn't even like apply because I had just applied recently, or like it wasn't enough months in between, so whatever. So I started trying again to get a job in September, and nothing was working, nothing was calling me. The ones that did, they didn't want like a set daytime schedule, so I wouldn't be able to pick him up in time. If I had to work weekends or nights or evenings, my mom is like, look, I'm not your fucking babysitter here or whatever. She's like, she watches him when I need her to for events or this and that, but she's like, you're gonna be working on weekends. I'm usually with him, so it's not so much the evenings, it's more the weekend. She's like, so you're gonna be working every weekend and I'm going to be watching your kid, like, what the hell? So she just wasn't really cool with that idea, so that made a problem for that. And then come October was the first month that I made more off of YouTube than I used to make off of my old job. So I was really excited about that. I'm like, okay, this is finally paying off. So right now I'm in a place with YouTube where just off my YouTube view, because YouTube fluctuates, like I said, and you guys, like, that's one of the main reasons you guys are telling me to get a job, like a real job. because YouTube fluctuates. But when I say that it fluctuates, my views, you get paid through YouTube 2 ways. So you get paid based on your views, and then you also get paid on whatever brand deals or sponsorships or commissions or whatever other little side things that you hustle your ass off for. So this month, I so far don't have any side things coming in. But when I do have side things coming in, that can really add up and that can be very helpful. Now, my main YouTube money, which is my main views check, is finally and pretty consistently since October. I think there was like 2 months that it dipped. 2 or 3 months that it 2 months that it dipped a little bit. But the fact is, it's now making me more than I was making at my last job. Not much more, like $100 or $200 more, but still. My last job, I was working full-time for $15 an hour. And it was really stressful. My YouTube now, like my regular YouTube check, is finally, it like just surpassed my old paycheck. So I don't know, to me it's like, for me to leave this now and go find a job making minimum wage, it's just, I don't know, it's kind of counterproductive. Would I like to find like a part-time or something and continue YouTube at the same time? Yeah, I would love to be able to do that if I could find one that works with the fact that I have a kid. I mean, I love him to death, but if I didn't have Noel, my life would be so different. I probably wouldn't even be in New York right now. Yeah, my life would be way different. I would have never even gotten my master's. Or maybe I would have, but not in education. Not the way I did. Definitely not. Wow. Whatever. So what the hell was the point? So yeah, if I could find a part-time that works with my schedule and make some extra money, I would love to do that. But it doesn't make sense for me to stop doing YouTube to make less money. Plus, YouTube has the option of those extra deals, which a regular job, you know how much money you're getting, but there's a cap to it. Like, you don't have the chance to make more money. And also, there was something else I wanted to say. Oh, and also with a regular job, I wouldn't be able to save to move out. Like, oh, Brandy asked why $1,500 a month. There's no reason. I just randomly picked a number. Because most of the apartments I was looking at were like between $1,400 to $1,600 a month. So I'm like, okay, let me just save $1,500 a month from now to June. And that'll be like $9,000, I think, saved. So that's a good amount to leave with. You know what I mean? But I just picked a number out of the blue. But if I had a regular job, I would be making a set income, yeah, but it would pay my phone, which my phone is like $130. My insurance is like $220, and my car is $500 a month. So that's 5, 7, 8, like $850 right there. So what's, like I said, I don't know what minimum wage is, but let's just say it's 40 hours work week. Let's say I'm getting $10 an hour. That's $400. That's $800 before taxes per check. So one entire 2-week check wouldn't cover all my expenses. Then the next check, gas, food, my son, daily expenses. Oh, I have to give my brother $300 a month towards the mortgage. Forgot all about that. Yeah. So where would I be saving money to move out? Like, I wouldn't, it wouldn't happen. I don't know. So this is something I've thought about a lot, and I've talked it out, and I've crunched numbers, and I've sat there and I've tried to figure it out. Like I said, if it was just me, I would up and leave and live in my car and do whatever I felt like doing, and I could get whatever job and it wouldn't matter, like whatever job I wanted, or just work like 5 jobs. But it's not just me, and that's a big factor because I have a kid. So whatever. That's where I am right now. But I do always revisit the idea of getting a job some way, somehow. And whenever I find of any opportunities, or whenever I just feel like it, like every 2 months or so, I send in like a good 20 applications and resumes. And the majority of the time I don't hear back from them. But I've had, in the last 6 months, I've had like 5 interviews, and one job I really thought I was going to get. It was like for a head teacher in some pre-K program. I really thought I was gonna get it, and they were like, they loved me, and they're like, okay, we're gonna call you tomorrow to schedule the next interview, because it was like a series of 4 interviews, and they never called me back. And then I called back, and she totally swerved it, and I was like, okay, I get the point. That was really sad. It's hard. Rejection is hard, guys, but I really thought I was gonna get that. Damn. Whatever. So that's why I'm kind of like, this has to work, or this has to work, because it has to. Like, God has to make this work for me. So we are trucking along, and we're trying, and it's really expensive to live in New York City, and that's like the main problem. I don't know. I'm trying to see different options, different places to live. But it's like, again, I have a kid. If it was just me, I would go live, like, in the hood. But even though I'll probably end up living in some type of hood, because that's what I can afford, I don't want to live in, like, the crappiest of the crap. You know what I mean? Because my son has to go to school in that neighborhood. My son has to walk through those streets, and I'm not going to be someplace where I don't feel safe just because I'd rather deal with my psycho mother than the fact that I could get shot in the middle of the street because people are, like, fighting or whatever, you know? Like, come on. So there's a lot of things to think about. It's really never that easy. I wish it was, but I really think that it's gonna work out. I don't know why, but I really do. So I'm trying not to stress it. I don't know. Maybe it's the meditation. It's helping me. Yeah, probably, because I was really stressed last week, but I feel very peaceful now. So those are my little story and reasons. Let me see if this thing cut me off. Oh, wow, it didn't. Hey. All right. So I am going to do my makeup, see if I could film one video before I pick up Noel, figure out where I have to go to class tonight. Yes, I have school today. Ah, it's my first day of school, even though it's not the first day, but whoops. And yeah, do all that stuff. So I will see you guys later on. Bye. Hey guys. Okay, my phone is acting up. My car is acting up. I don't know what the hell's going on with my life right now, but I just dropped Noel off at my mom's shop, and I am going to school. Yay! I'm so excited. Noel got his report card back today. It totally sucked. I'm so pissed. We got parent teachers on Monday. And one of the mommies of his, I forgot to tell him, I'm gonna tell him. One of the mommies of the kids, one of the kids in his class watches my freaking channel. So she told me today, and I was like, it's so cool, but at the same time, every time somebody tells me like they watch my channel, I'm like, wait, real people are really watching me? Like, it just puts a lot of pressure, not pressure, I don't know, it just feels like, because when I'm here vlogging and stuff, I'm literally like, I'm just talking to myself, you know what I mean? And then it's like, oh shit, people actually watch and people actually listen, and they know how like fucked up I am in the head, and they know like all the bullshit that I think about and that I go through and how crazy and insane and psychotic I am. No, I'm not crazy. I'm just, I don't know. I'm just like anybody else, I guess, right? We all go through the same bullshit in one way, shape, or another. I just have absolutely no filter. Oh shit, he is so cute. Fuck. Oh my god. Oh god. Shit. He was really fucking cute. Oh my god. What was I talking about? Oh, I gotta turn right here. Oh my god. I'm about to like find parking and go chase this guy down. Not like I'm gonna say anything to him, but I'm gonna like walk past him if I find him again, and hopefully he'll say something to me. Is that OD? I'm really like going hard right now. He was really freaking cute. Is that I am so picky. Like, I'm seriously so picky. I don't find anybody to be cute, and he was fucking gorgeous. All right, guys, I gotta go chase this guy. I'll see you later. Bye. Hey guys, okay, I feel another little speech coming on. It's 10 o'clock. I just got home from school. So exciting. I'm gonna have some dinner right now and watch an episode of Parenthood while I have dinner and then do some homework. So, oh my god, so much happened. Well, first of all, when I left off that I was gonna chase some guy through the streets, when I parked the car, he was nowhere to be seen. So I couldn't casually walk by him. But whatever, he was cute and that gave me hope that there's still people, because I am so picky. Like, I'll literally be attracted, like, besides like celebrities and Enrique Iglesias and stuff like that, but like real life people, I'll find something wrong with everybody. I'll literally find somebody I'm attracted to like once every 2 years. That's why when I find somebody I like, I freaking hold on tight to that motherfucker, because I don't know when I'm gonna find somebody else that I like. But this guy was cute. But whatever. So it gave me hope. I'm like, there's still cute looking people that can like interest me in the world. So I was excited. Anyway, went to school. Super freaking excited. Okay, this is gonna sound, I had a long conversation with my mom about this. But I don't know, I got a lot of compliments today, and it was funny because the train conductor, I was waiting to get on the train, and like the train stopped, and he's out the window, and he's like, what did he say to me? You're a very beautiful lady. I don't like being called lady, but whatever. You're a beautiful lady, very attractive. And as he's saying, and I'm like, thank you, you know, whatever. And as he's saying this to me, the door is opening and somebody else is walking out, like, complimenting me. And then in a Starbucks, somebody, like, the person working in Starbucks has something to say. And then somebody else, when I was walking to school, like, tried to talk to me in the street or whatever. So I'm just like, okay, like, on super high, I feel mad good about myself, so I'm talking to my mom. I'm like, why did I ever stop going to school? Like, I did things the wrong way.
Are you going to my face vampire?
No, you didn't take your pictures yet. I'll do it on the weekend, baby. Take the shirt off, it's dirty. Okay, when we have more time on the weekend, I'll do a vampire. Ooh, bless you. Is that cool? Don't sneeze on my food, that's really rude. Even joking around, that's really rude, Noelle.
Achoo. I have the flavor. Achoo.
Can you please go change these clothes? Go get your pajamas?
Let me do yourself.
No, please. I asked you to go get your pajamas. Noelle, Grandma's gonna keep yelling and being annoying until you go get your pajamas.
6, 7.
Noelle.
Your leg is
Okay.
8 inches long.
You will not go on your school trip tomorrow if you don't listen to me.
It's
go get your pajamas
long now, okay?
So that you can change out of those clothes. So yeah, so then my mom is having like this whole conversation with me about how I lived my life the entire wrong way, and that like the whole point of life is you go to school and you follow a career, and that's when you meet somebody and then you get married and you have a family. And I just like I went to school, whatever, and then
can I tell them something?
No, not until you get your pajamas like I told you to do.
Okay,
Noelle,
Mommy.
I will turn the vlog off. Go get your pajamas, or I call your teacher right now and say that you will not be going to the trip tomorrow.
Okay, Mommy.
1.
Bye, Mommy.
2.
Bye, Mommy.
3.
I'm going.
No, you're not. I'm calling your teacher. Okay.
Where are they?
Grandma said she put them aside for you.
Where was I?
Noelle, ask her.
Great, now I do one.
Noelle, you need to change your attitude. Okay. So, yeah, basically she gave me this whole lecture how I did my whole life the wrong way because, like, I like, rushed my way through school because I graduated my BA early, and then I did my master's in only 3 semesters. So she's like, I just rushed my way through school, and then I started working literally, like, 3 blocks from my house. So I would roll out of bed, walk to work in a place, like a small daycare with like 4 other women and a whole bunch of little kids, you know what I mean? Like, no opportunities to meet anybody, roll my ass right back home, and then now my job now is from home, so I don't like interact with anybody, you know what I mean? She's like, you're never gonna find a guy. And then like when I do go out, it's like at nighttime and to party and stuff, and when I go out, it's not really to look for a guy because one, either I'm chilling with my guy friends and nobody's gonna approach me if you're with like a big group, or 2.
Excuse me.
You still have not done what I asked you to do. Okay, now you need to change your shirt.
I don't want.
You have, that shirt is disgusting. Do you want to show them how disgusting that shirt is? You need to go change your shirt now. Noelle, if I get up, you're going to be in big trouble and you're going to lose a lot of privileges.
But I gotta tell you.
You don't have to tell me anything until you do what I asked you to do. Noelle, it is not a discussion. Go change your top into your pajamas or you don't go on the trip and you lose your galaxy. 1.
I need to
I don't even remember what I was saying. I was in such a good mood. I was all happy and excited, and then I get home and I forgot my keys. So my mother tells me that she's too tired and too comfortable to get up from the couch and open the door for me. I'm like, mind you, it's not cold, but it's not hot either, and it's really windy. I'm like, so I'm just gonna sleep outside today. Like, I physically cannot get into the house. So I had to ring the bell like crazy for my 5-year-old to come open the door for me because she wouldn't open the door. So basically, I was in an amazing mood, and then I come home and it's like dealing with this crap now. Why are you back here with that same dirty shirt? What do you need to tell me? You have 5 seconds, and it better be something related to your shirt.
But if you paint my face.
Painting your face has nothing to do with your pajamas. Go change your pajamas, and we will talk about that later.
I'll get to that in a minute.
No. You do first what mommy asked you to do, because that's how it works, Noelle.
If you just paint my face and
are you kidding me? Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, put a muzzle on him to shut him up?
And then I'll look silly in the video because I don't look like a...
I am not painting your face today. I already told you. It's 10 o'clock at night. I have to have dinner and I have to do homework, and you have school tomorrow, which you will not be going on your trip. You can stay in another classroom and stay in the school if you don't listen to me. This is the last chance you have. Go change your shirt. Now. It's like fucking talking to a wall, man. Well, whatever. So then I get a job in my house. So again, my mom is like, how are you ever gonna like have a life if you never meet anybody? So then I go to school, and it's like, why did I ever stop going to school? Plus, I just love school. Like, I wish, seriously, I could be like a trust fund baby and just my career is to be a student. Like, just never stop going to school. So it was really exciting. I learned so much. The class
on the floor, and now I can't find it.
Well, you shouldn't have thrown your shirt on the floor. Now you need to look for it because you are the one who threw it.
It's going to take all night.
Well, then let it take all night, Noelle. Gosh, guys. Anyway, I was really happy and excited about school. I learned so much. It's a class about setting up your business. So we talked about business plans today, which was really cool. I'm a little bit confused on business plans and how to like write out a business plan and if it really pertains to me, because like I am my own business, like I am my brand, or if I should do like a separate business plan for each aspect of my brand, like the event, the line, and then the other project I'm working on later, or I don't know. I'm just a little bit confused about how that goes. So I asked the professor, and he was like that it was a good question to ask it again, to email it to him. I guess he needs time to think about it, and then to ask again next week when he has more time to kind of talk about it. So, are we still recording after all that drama? Yeah. My battery's running low, guys. So I am going to do what I told you that I'm going to do, but we will talk more about this tomorrow. I am so happy, so excited. I am just so excited. I love school so much. I was so happy to be sitting in a classroom and like learning, and like it's like literally I would just go to school for the rest of my life and learn, and there's so many things that you can learn about in this world, and it's so interesting. Like, oh my god, I can't. I'm so happy. So good night, guys. I love you very much, and I will see you guys tomorrow.
But
Bye.
Mommy.